So let's come on back.
All right.
My face is going to be full, too, because I still have half a sandwich to get through. So, looking at this room here, no apparent stairs down, but you've got all these rooms.
Well, which direction do we like?
What do these pillars look like?
He said they're too defaced to tell.
Yeah, they've been defaced by the Yanti.
It's over here.
Okay, let me...
How's that door feel?
Give me just half a moment, please, and I will answer that
How
question.
do you feel?
I'm going to stay back here when you open the corner rooms.
Feels safe. Feels safe enough.
Alright, I'll open it.
Safe enough, huh?
Looking in, you see the stairs leading down, but right here, in the space between the room itself and the stairs going down, is a wall of blue fire that's giving off a lot of heat.
It goes down even further?
I kind of doubt that the snake men would be able to go through that.
I bet I can now.
I probably wouldn't touch it.
Mahogany, you touch it?
Yeah, I'll touch it at least.
Okay. You have a door behind you right here, too, by the way. So you touch the wall of fire. Make a dexterity saving throw.
Alright.
Oops, I rolled one too many d6s. I'll just throw away one with the pips.
Was the one with the pips is
No, it was one.
I failed.
Fail. You are thrown backwards into this door here. Sustain 10 force damage. And you fall prone in front of that door, and for a few moments, you're just unable to move. Just for a few moments, you're stunned. Just had the breath just knocked out of you.
I'll be fine. Alright.
Okay,
that's more knowledge than we had.
all right. Yeah, no kidding. Just
I'm not
careful
sure.
next time.
I'm not sure we didn't have the knowledge that
That's
you're not
more
supposed to touch
knowledge
magical
than we
fire.
had.
I think we had that knowledge.
You can
Be
touch
more
a fire all
careful.
day.
Be more careful. Should be the modus operandi. Yes.
All the
Yes,
other
that
walls
is-
have magical fire you can touch as much as you want.
See, Serenity gets it.
I'll check this door right here.
All right, give me half a moment.
I'm backing the fuck up. Mahogany does not need to touch fire twice. He learns when the stove is hot.
Well, then what shame on you.
Oh, well, this isn't a wall made of fire. This is a door.
And this room here, the door feels safe. Does not feel like it's scalding.
I'll crack it open.
Crack it
Sorry.
open.
Yep.
And looking in this room, you see windows set all along the outside of the room, but there are shields in place, keeping the water from coming in.
Huh. Fascinating.
Snaking down from the room above are the white-hot pipes in between each of the windows. And they all feed into this back wall here. They just go in through this wall, through a hole right here. So actually, maneuvering through this room, it counts as difficult terrain because you're taking care not to step on the pipes snaking across the floor.
Okay. All right, then. So it looks like the pipes all kind of come in this area and then go through the wall.
And they enter the wall up here where I drew this little arrow.
Okay, I'll pop my head back out and kind of feel along the wall for where, or at least look along the wall to see where they might come out at.
All right, one sec. Before we get into a fight, Brick, I'd like
So they come out right here.
that I'm healing up.
Right at where this
wall of fire is. Yes.
Struggle
Mahogany, you're
for a
doing what?
second.
I just wanted to let you know that I was healing up. I had 11 extra good berries on. I ate 5 of them.
You ate all of them, and Osos looks on jealously.
I gave him 1.
He ate it already.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, he ate it immediately.
So I still have 6. I ate 5.
All right, what's
I'll
next?
look around in here. Is there any valves or anything like that along these pipes?
Is there any what?
Are there any like valves? Anything that looks like I could maybe cut off the flow to the water?
Not to your eyes. No, it does not look to be anything like that.
Okay.
Did I not
worth a
spawn into
shot.
the Thula party here? I thought I did.
They are not here.
Oh, get them out then. My bad.
A bunch of pipes in there. It looks like the pipes lead through the wall and along the wall of fire that Mahogany touched.
Do you think they go down the stairs?
No, it just went through the wall, and the pipe goes through where that wall is
You think the
resting.
pouring that wall?
It's quite possible, but
And at that observation,
I'm no machinist.
at that observation, Zilvir speaks up and nods and says, "It seems that the piping connects to the mechanisms on the floor we were holding up earlier." She says, "It took me some hours, but I managed to engage the mechanisms after we arrived." And then she looks over at Ariella and tells her, "Good thinking." Ariella steps forward and says, "It means we've trapped the bulk of the Yanti force in the tower below, in the basement level."
So the valves and such are up on the second floor then, huh?
It would seem we've cut them off, yes.
Okay, well then, looks like we've got ourselves a little bit of a breathing room then. Take a look around.
All right. So, coordinate opening the valve, punching a hole in the ceiling, the ocean flows down into the basement, and then closing the valve.
Well, since we've got all this time on our hands and we've got them trapped off, is there any way that we could just get them out of here? Like, provide them with an exit back to their plane?
But
To
they've
that-
got the thing.
Maddox shakes his head and says, "All portals into Mount Celestia dump you into the ocean, as we've all learned."
So then how do you get out of here?
Unless there's a portal in the lowest basement level, there's no other exit to the tower. He looks
Swim
over at
backwards.
Ariella, and he says, "Theoretically, we could starve them out."
I don't know. No, I don't like the idea of giving them.
I'm fine with giving them time to find another way out.
But they've got the thing that Ariella needs.
Osos agrees with El Ciclon. He said, "That's no way for anybody to die." And Ariella agrees with Riot.
I got nothing of that.
I got none of that.
Well, she agrees. Ariella agrees with Riot and says, if there's another exit down there, it means they'll make off with the relic, with the artifacts.
Artifact?
Okay, I kind of got the just thing, but yeah, I got like nothing. But anyway,
Ariella says that if there is an exit down there and they're able to leave the plane, they will have made off with the artifact, and it's all been for naught.
yeah. All right, then. So
Did
maybe we could have a couple of your number back upstairs, open the wake up while the rest of us go down here to clean the rest of it out.
Seems like a good job when the time comes.
Did we determine what the artifact is?
Everybody else knows, but Kelian was not in the room when Ariella explained it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what's next?
Let's sweep this floor. Just because the bulk of their army is downstairs, and it doesn't mean we want any on this floor when we get down.
Okay.
We
Yeah.
apparently locked them out, but that doesn't mean that we
Darn it.
missed some of them.
So what's El Ciclon doing with this door here?
I'm checking to see if it's exceedingly dangerous.
Seems safe. You're just gonna sit there, poke it with your fat, stupid fingers?
Yeah, and then once I figured out that it's not going to burn my face off or my hand or anything like that, I will open the door.
Okay. Looking into the room, there's a gemstone plate on the floor. Do you read Celestial?
Nope.
Okay.
Can anybody read this?
Kelian, that looks like you.
Hmm.
Looking at this gemstone plate, the flames along the walls in the room don't burn blue. They burn a bright orange. And they're slightly hotter than elsewhere in the tower. Not so hot that you're cooked by them, but you wouldn't want to leave your hand there. It's kind of like touching like hot asphalt in the middle of July. You wouldn't want to leave your
When you
hand on
say
it
they
for too
look
long.
orange, do you mean like normal flames?
They look like the flames everywhere else in the tower, just a different color and slightly hotter.
Okay.
Kelian. Reading the inscription around the gemstone plate, it reads, "The Altar of Righteous Wrath."
Ah.
Okay.
Yes.
What's it say?
The Altar of Righteous Wrath.
How do we
Well-
use it?
Huh.
You steps back.
Riot walks forward and closes the door.
Keelan
See, now we
nods
need
with
to-
approval.
See, now we need to in that room.
Yep.
Okay. What's next?
How are we going to know whether our stuff is cursed, though, if we don't put it on the altar?
Do you want to play with the Altar of Righteous Wrath?
I'm just assume not.
I'll test this door.
It's not scalding hot.
Okay, I'll open it then.
It looks similar to the room that you just looked in. There's a door at the far end going off to another corner room. The flames in this room, again, hotter than elsewhere in the tower. But they're colored gray. A silvery gray. And again, a gemstone plate in the floor labeled with celestial runes.
Kelian.
What color were the flames in this room up here? They were they the regular blue?
The Wrath room here is orange.
No, up here.
Blue.
No, up here.
Okay. All right.
And Keely, looking in this room, the inscription reads, "The Altar of Righteous Might."
The Altar of Righteous Might. I don't like
That
all this
sounds-
righteousness going
I'm
on.
sensing a theme.
Interesting.
Whole lot of
Serenity, that
righteousness.
sounds like you. You're all about the righteous might, right?
I mean, I wouldn't quite say righteous. That's a little bit much, but
Yeah.
Oh, you're right.
how about
It's a
justifiable
clone.
might? How about for all practical purposes, good might? Righteous seems a little bit
Righteous might.
over. It's kind of overdoing it.
This door does not feel scalding hot, Ciclon.
Open it up.
Open it up, and again with the gemstone plate. The flames in this room burn hotter than elsewhere, and they're burning white. The gemstone plate in the
Kelian?
floor, Keeling looks at it, and it reads, "The Altar of Utmost Righteousness."
Huh.
Kelian closes the door.
Okay?
Utmost righteousness.
The altar of.
Yeah. This floor stinks.
Hashtag righteous, not righteous. The door
the
also
door.
does not feel scalding hot.
Crack it open.
So again, you see the door on the back hall of the back corner of this room. I'm sorry, and the inscription in here. When Kelian looks in, the flames in this room are burning a violet color, a very, very dark violet blue, and the gemstone plate is labeled "The Altar of Righteous Wisdom."
Righteous wisdom.
That sounds a little better. Riot goes in the room.
Okay, you step into the room, and the gemstone plate is taking up a circular area of the floor here. Actually, hold on, wait a second. I need to check something real quick. Riot does not enter the room. Riot instead
Okay.
takes 11 thunder damage. As Riot attempts to walk in the room, a very strong force blows her backwards, and she crashes into this wall, and she is denied entry.
Imagine I get.
I take it back.
All right. Well, let's see. Serenity will try and go into this room.
That one there? Okay, give me 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
That's the Greyfire room, correct?
It's Righteous Might, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you are allowed to enter the room, and the gemstone plate sits in the floor in front of you.
I'm curious about this room that Riot just got kicked out of, whether or not it's
Serenity.
just Riot or...
When you stand on the plate, in your head, what you recognize as celestial language, but magically you're able to understand the words. You receive communication. It says, "Thy virtue shall be thy armor. Until you take a long rest, you have +1 to strength and constitution and advantage on strength and constitution saving throws."
Okay.
And I was curious, so I'll head into this one, see if I can get in.
And Mahogany, you step into the room with no problem.
Alright, I'll stand on the thing.
Into the purple room. You stand on the gemstone plate, and nothing happens.
Serenity, anything happening in your room? I was able to get in here.
Serenity just comes back out. She nods. When I sat on the plate, something happened, and I think I'm a little bit stronger now.
Why don't you come in here and stand on this one?
Ciclon pokes his head in.
An Ciclon is allowed entry.
Huh. Interesting.
Riot sulks and says to Kelian, "This is so unfair."
Right, it's just a racist room.
So Ciclon, you sit in the middle of the violet gemstone plate.
Yeah.
And again, that celestial instruction enters your mind, and magically you're able to understand the words. And the words say, "Thy will shall be thy foundation." So until you take a long rest, you have +1 to intelligence and wisdom, and advantage on those saving throws.
Kelian looks at Riot and says, "The last thing anyone needs is gifts from Mount Celestia."
I'll come back out and just.
Kelian,
Ciclon seems
hang
a little
there.
more aware of his surroundings at the moment.
What was that, Mahogany?
I'm curious, head in there.
No.
What, you're Celestian?
And that door feels safe, Ciclon.
I'll open that one up.
This is like your house.
It's your house. Listen
Not
to him.
my house.
It's more like his great-grandparents' house.
The flames in this room, again, hotter than elsewhere in the tower, burning bright green. And the gemstone placard, when Kelian looks in, reads "The Altar of Righteous Conviction."
Righteous conviction, eh?
Yes. Righteous convict.
Interesting.
I'll go ahead and open this one up.
Okay. And it is the other stairwell leading down, with, once again, a force shield blocking the stairs.
Gotcha.
And I'll say, these rooms seem to be strengthening the good members of our party. If any of you want to head in.
Serenity will go into one of the other ones and see what happens
Looking at you, Paladin.
when she's already been to one and then goes to a different one.
The Thula party does not look interested in playing with these rooms. They're not here to explore or loot. They're not adventurers. They're here with a mission. So Serenity steps into this room, and let me make sure that she's not blown backwards. I don't believe she is, but... And standing on the gemstone placard, nothing happens.
She'll walk out, back out, and shrug.
Limit 1 per customer.
I wonder if it'll work for people, for different people for each room. And I'll head in there and I'll try it out.
Okay?
Maybe it's not that you're good aligned. Maybe it's just that that room was more for you.
And Mahogany is not denied entry to the room, but he also gains nothing from sitting on the placard.
Alright, well, We learned.
Riot asked Mahogany, how many more of those berries you got?
All right. Well, I have a few left, but I'll heal you if I need to. I'll make more if I need.
Riot.
I'll try one more time.
And
Come
Riot
on.
is not denied entry to the room.
Huh. She stands on the plate.
And your chaotic personality is suppressed slightly when you step onto the gemstone placard. And you hear this celestial voice in your mind. You're magically able to understand the words. And the words say, "When thy confidence is tempered with order, it shall be returned to thee. You gain the flaw. I am incapable of making my own decisions."
Well,
At the end of a long rest, you can make a charisma saving throw to end that effect.
Okay.
And I'll say, how did it feel?
Yeah, Serenity's going to look expectantly
Yeah.
at Riot and say, well,
Hey, he just walks past him and says, "Alright, Ariella, lead the way."
Seems everything's working just fine in this room.
all right. So back to the issue. It looks like I said earlier. Said right. There was a poke my head over here. See that there's more fire.
Mhm.
Step inside. Door right here. I'm assuming.
Yes, and it seems safe, not scalding.
All right. I'll open that up.
And it's identical to the other side of the tower. The pipes come in from
Pipes
above.
going.
They seem to be powering
Alright.
that force wall.
All right, so seems like it's the same thing on this side as that. So whatever you guys did upstairs, put up the barrier on both sides. So I don't know if there's a way to just keep one on and turn the other one off.
Zilver looks over your number, points to Riot, and says she might be able to help me expedite the disengaging process, if that's what you want to do.
I'm thinking that. What do you got in mind?
She says, it took me many hours to learn how the mechanisms worked, to engage them in the first place. I'm afraid if I bring down one side, but not the other, we'd lose our opportunity for a tactical attack. We lose our opportunity to flank them from either staircase.
That is also a good point.
Or we could just pipes.
Or we could just what?
Break the pipes.
Break the pipes?
And Riot looks at him anxiously and says, "Do you think that's a good idea?"
I don't think it's a good idea.
He'll shrug. He'll say, "The pipe, the thing. Let's break the pipes. They're done."
But they were just able to activate them by the mechanisms upstairs. But why break it? Why do we need to break things?
I'm just throwing out suggestions.
And I'm asking you why you think that would be a good idea.
Be faster.
So what's next?
So, what you're saying is, we could have a couple of us go back upstairs, deactivate that, and then the rest handle the fighting. And
We'd be right behind you, I think.
yeah, I mean, it'd be kind of you're what, 5 floors up at that point.
I mean, they won't necessarily. The pipes have been deactivated, so probably wait for someone to come back down.
Where are they deactivated from?
Rooms,
where did they-
rooms on the floor.
They didn't. I don't think they said the top floor. Then they just upstairs.
Yeah,
They
the
said
mechanisms
where they-
would be up on the top floor, the 3rd floor from the sea level. That's where Zilver... Because, I mean, you all even looked in and saw the mechanisms in those 2 corner rooms.
Okay.
Okay.
But she's actually
So-
spent time studying them and knows how they work.
Okay then. But you're confident you know which ones will bring these walls down?
She says, I'm confident I can do it with time. I'm not confident that I could... She pauses for a moment, and she says, if I had control over my magic, I could bring them both down at the same moment. But I don't have...
yeah.
I don't have that luxury in this horrible place.
Tricky part.
And I'll say, how often is your magic going off? We could just keep trying.
She said she hasn't done any scientific testing to determine the actual percentage because she's an NPC and therefore incapable of metagaming.
I was looking for something like roughly half the time.
Worse than that.
So
she's chaotic evil. Good to know. Well, I'll wait at the top of one of these stairs.
So here's the thing.
I'm pretty sure that whenever they come down, I don't think that they necessarily. Okay, let me go to this fire. Can I see through it?
You can see through it. It's not opaque, but looking down,
It's translucent.
looking down the stairway, you see shapes moving downstairs, but you can't tell what the shapes are because they are distorted by the fire effect in front of you.
They're probably close enough that they'll know when the walls come down.
If we break the pipes, we can always fix them later, because Riot here is good at fixing things.
And Ciclon looks at you expectant, like, really?
Yeah, I've seen her fix a guitar.
I've never seen her break it.
That's true.
Ouch.
I don't know that it's necessarily an idea to split it up and go down each. If we could just open one, I think we'd fight better as a group, probably.
So
Unless your
Ariella
party
asks
wants
you.
to hand one half of it, Ariella.
Yeah, Ariella asks you, is it your intention to draw them up or to take the fight down to them?
Trying to just sort of eyeball a place.
Drawing them
this-
up seems good.
Which would you do?
She looks at Zilvir and says, I would have Zilvir and the Tiefling here, indicating Riot. And she looks at Maddox and says, did I pronounce that correctly? And Maddox says, yes, you pronounced that correctly. That's how Tiefling's pronounced. Go up to disengage the lock on one side. So I would position that she indicates to Osos and Kitson, her squire, and Kelian. I would position you beyond the barrier that we're not intending to bring down to give the illusion that we're going to attack from two angles. With any luck, that would draw some of their number up a stairwell that they cannot access. While the rest of us, and she indicates herself and Serenity, taking point going down the stairs as soon as that wall comes down.
Nah, sounds like a good plan.
Is there like a piece of like rubble or something nearby?
A piece of what?
Like rubble or a rock or something like that?
There are, because these pillars have been defaced. These pillars have been broken in ways. So there's chunks of flaming stone laying on the ground.
Alright, I'll pick one up and I'll head over to one of these forest walls, and I'll stand behind the door and kind of toss it at it.
Stand behind which door? That door?
Right here.
And kind of toss it in, and the chunk gets blown backwards. Shatters along the door over here.
Alright. And I'll head back and I'll just say, I was checking if Kelian would be able to shoot through the area.
Osos time's up. So it sounds like I'm not in any danger whatsoever. Ergo, I'm in favor of this plan.
Right. Seems like we got a fairly good plan then.
Does anybody
Riot?
dissent to Ariella's plan? Does anybody not think this is a good idea?
No, Riot says, "Yeah, show me the way."
Okay. I'm going to position people the way Ariella thinks they should go. And I will let you guys make any changes you feel are necessary.
Hey, right, you got that. Oh, that's right. That takes magic that you have trouble with. I have to say, if you can keep in touch with us, let us know if you're making your round or not.
The range on that is probably not several feet or floors.
Okay.
What is the range on it?
120 feet.
120
So it's long
feet.
range, but not that long range.
It would be long enough because remember you're communicating straight up, and each of these floors, I think I called it 15 feet.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, so 50. Yeah, so it's like 5 floors. That's
Okay.
yeah,
60 some odd
you're
feet.
well within range of.
Gotcha.
It's just
Then-
you just gotta make that roll.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Then I'll do what you want.
So just keep in touch, and if you need backup, we'll call for it.
All right. So does anybody want to make any changes to this marching order? This is the way that Ariella would position things if she had her way. But she knows you all are very contentious.
We are very contentious, but I think I'm good with this for now.
Yeah, Kelian's fine with this.
Okay. This does count as Kelian and Riot taking part in the encounter because they are both doing useful things. Even though they probably won't be able to attack right away. Let me real quick do a quick square count from my Photoshop here.
Oh, how long is it going to take Riot and the mage to run backstairs?
Yeah.
So we can enter on next turn.
It's about 340 feet from where you'll be, coming all the way down the tower, all the flights of stairs. That would get you to these stairs here, 340 feet.
Okay.
That's if you and Zilvir want to come down and join the battle afterwards.
Gotcha. Okay.
On the way up the tower, climbing up to the mechanism room, Riot, Zilvir asks you if you know how to cast the spell Dispel Magic.
And Riot smiles and says, "I own special brand."
And she looks at your guitar and says, and I imagine there's a ridiculous accompanying song.
You'll hear it.
She rolls her eyes.
What do I need to cast it on?
And when you come back up to the top room, the top floor of the tower, where all the mechanisms are, she indicates a series of levers and pull wheels, 5 in total, and says that if we disengage the magic binding these 5 areas, we can stop the flow of power from the top of the tower to the bottom.
Understood.
So the way it works is you roll your spell fail, and hopefully you get 5 Dispel Magics off before you run out of charges.
Okay.
While they're doing that, I'm going to enhance ability institution
On yourself?
on myself.
Okay. Now, you guys waiting at the top of these stairs looking down, you see the shapes forming up at the base of the stairs as well. They're seeing your shapeless blobs and anticipating you coming in. And Kelian, you see the same thing on the other side over here. Osos has a butter knife in his hand. He's trying to look very ferocious indeed. Kitson just has a walking staff.
I ask Zilvir magically by message, when do you want me to start?
All right, she says, whenever you're ready.
I said, all right, ready now. It's
All
okay.
right.
That's okay.
All right, go ahead and roll your spell fail.
Okay. 1 fail.
I forgot what level Dispel Magic is. Dispel Magic is 3 or 2?
3.
It's 3. I only have 2 charges of this spell at all.
She's got 3.
Well, you're out. Yep, that's it.
Looks like long rest again tomorrow.
Yeah, unless I want to spend... I mean, I can spend belief points on this, I guess.
You can.
Yeah, I'll spend 2, because that's... No, I can... Yeah, I'll spend 2 for this. See if I can do better here.
Rick, do I have to roll my temp HP or do I get max?
Do what?
Okay, so...
Do I have to roll my temp HP or do I get max?
Roll the temp HP. Gaining temp HP does not count as healing.
Got it.
One of mine has succeeded.
Okay, all 3 of Zilvir's failed. So you managed to disengage one of them, expending both of your slots?
No, I belief pointed only one I rolled
Okay.
so far. I'm gonna roll again now for the second slot. This one also succeeds.
Okay.
So we've got 2 of them down.
You disengage too. And she seems envious as she watches with the ease at which you're casting your magic. She says the other 3 we can disengage manually, but it takes more time.
And Riot says, I think it helps dispel the lawful magic one like me and Wings.
As she begins giving you instruction on how to manually disengage the other 3 pull wheels. And
Okay.
the instructions are very, very complicated. So first thing, do you send a message down to let them know that it's going to take more time?
Yeah, I was about to say,
Yeah.
hey, Mahogany got any...
I send down and say, 2 out of down, the rest are going to take some doing.
Let's go ahead and make 3
Righto.
intelligence checks at advantage, because Zilvir is helping you.
Okay.
DC is 10, and I need to know how much you make each check by.
Okay. At advantage, I made this one by 1.
Okay?
I made the second one. Let's see. Second by 5.
Okay.
To 15. So it's 11 and a 15 so far.
And what's the
And
third
the
one?
third one. Let's see here. A 17.
Oh, hey.
Nice. Takes about...
So 3 passes, 1 barely.
You and Zilvir working in conjunction. It takes you about 45 minutes to work this extremely complicated machinery. And you get it to the point where if you pull this pull wheel one more notch, this last one, you will disengage the pipes and the power will stop flowing from the top of the tower. This is the point of no return.
Yeah,
Once you move it, it's disengaged.
I'll send a message down saying, last one's ready. Are you guys?
Activate celerity, and I'll nod to whoever got the message.
I'm sending these to Ariella.
To Ariella. And Ariella looks back at the group. Says, it's about time. Is everybody ready?
Activate celerity, and I'll say, now I'm ready.
Serenity nods.
She points at Serenity. Says, you're with me. The others don't get past us, right?
Oh no.
All right. How about everybody roll some initiative? And make sure you do it with that little extra panache that I threw on there, okay?
Okay. Let's see here.
I rolled
do
two
something just-
20s.
Did you
Very
really just put
nice.
that die under my die? Okay. So blessed, I still got a 6.
Listen, it rolled under your die.
All right, please
Just
bear with
hovering
me
over
one
and pressing
moment.
R thing. I don't know how I feel about it.
You know how I feel about it? I feel great about it. It's the best way to roll dice.
hmm
I'm gonna burn 2 side points to get +4 on that initiative.
Well, I haven't asked for your initiative yet. I'm still rolling mine.
Okay, I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you I'm burning 2 side points for this.
Riot sends another message to Ariella saying, do you want us to help?
I will answer that once I'm done with all this initiativa here.
Gotcha.
Riot, what'd you get? What'd you get?
A 13.
13. Kelian, what'd you get?
5.
5. I didn't know it went that low. Ciclon, what'd you get?
15.
Serenity, what'd you get?
Serenity X at 6.
That's 6.
And I'm blessed. I rolled a 1 and a 2.
Bless goes on initiative rolls too.
It's an ability score roll, right?
Yep. Although,
Okay, then hang on 1 second.
does Bless affect ability scores? I thought it was just
I
to
thought
hit
it
the
did.
saving throws.
Let me look.
And Mahogany, how are you doing?
I'm looking at a 13.
13.
Popular number. All the cool people.
Oh, well, knock me down to 4 then, you're right.
My goodness, Serenity.
Straight up through slow charge.
You know you're a cipher, right?
I am at, yes, it's why I have not negative initiatives
I think
sometimes.
that needs to be added to the pool of things for the bingo card is Serenity gets a shit initiative roll.
Okay.
Next, I get to roll a certain initiative on advantage. So I can roll 2 2s.
You
roll less
than me.
Clone gets it just by being Clone.
Kelian, you know you're an assassin, right?
All right, so nobody's surprised on either part of the combat. Snake arms go first, but the wall's still up. Thula party, waiting. Giant snacks, waiting. LC clone, you have the initiative,
Waiting.
but the wall is still up, waiting. Mahogany, same
ready
deal.
in action.
You can ready in action.
I'm going to ready in action. Well, I really can't do anything here, so I'm just gonna wait.
Just wait. Mahogany.
I'll turn it into a bear with my bonus.
Okay.
And I'll ready in action. That thing comes within melee range. I'll swipe at it.
Anything, because LC clone's already in melee range.
Let's say anything with snakish features.
Kelian's on the other side of the tower.
He's very pretty. That's
Right.
Well,
fine.
I mean, no, that's on the Beastlands. We're not
Riot,
on the
you're up.
Beastlands.
Do the thing.
Do the thing.
the thing.
And you snap the thing, and as soon as you do, the wall comes down, and you're looking downstairs at a mass of snake manatee down there.
Snake
What did
magic.
Ariella say, by the way?
What did Ariella say? As soon as the wall goes down, she yells, "Charge!"
Okay. Well, but I asked her, do you want us to help? And you said I'll address that after I do initiative.
Yeah, she tells you guys if you think you can be of assistance, they could use your magic.
Okay.
So, before we go any further, is the plan to bring the fight downstairs to the last room, or is the plan to try to draw them up?
I should draw them up.
Yeah,
draw
I
them
was
up.
up. I thought that was the plan too.
Okay, works for me. So you hear a lot of hissing. I'm going to need more pawns. A lot more pawns. Well, hold on a second.
That's a lot of pawns.
I could just do this. Okay. That might be enough.
Sure.
We might have enough now.
I didn't realize you were
That's too many.
going back to clans.
That sounds like the name of a single porno. Back to the Beastlands.
And immediately, giant snakes start slithering up the stairs. One in front of Ariella. One in front of Serenity. 2 more giant snakes right behind them. And an equivalent number coming up this direction. These 2 here strike forward to try to grab or try to strike Kelian and Osos and are immediately blown backwards, vaporized by the wall that did not actually come down.
Free action, Kelian's.
One gets a face full of Ariella's shield. Serenity. $16 will hit, correct?
Yep.
Where's my D4? 6 piercing damage and make a Constitution saving throw DC 11. How'd that do?
Yeah, I made that.
Got it?
Made
Okay.
that.
So that's 3 additional poison damage. That's... Oh, you're not resisting right now.
Not yet.
So 7 poison damage. As the snake...
Plus the... So wait, 6 and the 7 separate?
Oh, no, I'm sorry. No, just 3, because you made your save.
Okay.
But you don't get to resist that 3. You just take the 3.
Yeah.
Cool beans. Ariella begins chopping at this snake in front of her. That's going to be 2 hits. Let's go ahead and give her some damage here. I need to mark down that she got her smites back. And she cleaves this snake in half. Just from looking down the top of the stairs, you see a group of 6 of the wrong men standing at the base of the stairs, with several more snakes slithering in and around them, although half of that number has their attention focused in the wrong direction. And once Ariella clears the spot, she advances. Banyan. We'll give him 2 shots at this snake that's got cover. He misses both because he's a great person. Both the shots go wide. And I don't believe I gave Maddox any range. But I might have. It sounds like something I might do.
Monks usually come with darts by default.
Yeah, but he's not literally a monk. I only gave him a stat block. I didn't...
Oh, okay.
No, he does not. He does not have anything ranged. So that's going to bring us to... I mean, Osos makes some stabbing motions on his turn, because it amuses him to do so. Giant Snacks. These 2, likewise, lunge forward, get vaporized on the wall.
Reaction, Kelian waves again.
And 2 more slither up to take their place, and you see 1 more giant snake behind them, and then beyond the snakes are the 6 wrong men. The wrong men look shocked and devastated. You can tell that they're yelling something at the snakes, but you cannot, of course, understand the language. Serenity, let's do you first.
Kelian's got troll face on right now.
Does a 22 hit?
Yeah.
Ariella reaches over with her shield, forces that snake to roll at disadvantage. Does a 10 hit?
No.
No. So she gets her shield in between you and the snake. But while she's doing that, the other 2 snakes are going to bite at her. And 1 will, in fact, hit. Let me roll some damage and a saving throw and such. She gets bless on this saving throw. And as she lunges over to protect Serenity from the hit, it opens up just enough space for one of these other snakes to get in and bite deep on the back of her leg. She grimaces in pain. That's going to bring us to Ciclon.
Ciclon. Closing up here and go at this giant snack.
Okay.
Yeah, 2 plus 2 is 4, and not enough. 9 altogether.
Okay, bear with me just a second. I'm sorry, that's 9 to hit.
Yeah, 9 to hit.
9 to hit's not good enough. Do better.
I did. 18 plus 5 is 22.
Definitely hits. You're good on that.
How does a 7 damage do you?
It's not enough to kill it.
I'll key point and flurry it.
Okay.
Oops, that was an 18 and a 3. 18 plus 5 is another 2. So that one will hit for 4 damage, and the 3 plus 4 and plus 5 is 12.
12 to hit.
Yeah. All good or no?
Let me double check. I'm filling in some HP boxes here on my scratch sheet. 12's not good enough to hit, no.
Okay then. All right then. So that's gonna include Ciclon's turn.
Okay, so neither of your flurries hit?
One flurry hit. So I one of the regular attack hits, and then one of the flurry hits hit.
Okay, so how much damage did you get on the flurry hit?
The flurry hit was 6 damage.
6 damage. That is enough to finish off that first snake.
Yep. Okay. Ruby.
Boop. Do you feel accomplished now?
I feel proud of myself.
Feel better?
I feel proud of myself. Although I feel proud of that round where I was like, oh, here I'm gonna jump in, kill one dude, get Mahogany back on his feet, and then.
Speaking of
I still have
Mahogany,
time to punch the other dude.
it is Mahogany's turn.
Wait. Back on his feet? What happened?
This was last combat.
Okay, I was like, oh my god, I missed something. Okay, I'll swap out with, actually, I'll just push forward.
Okay. And Ariella looks disapprovingly as Mahogany has already broken the plan.
You're gonna get in trouble.
Yeah, you're gonna get scolded.
And I'll take out the snakes.
Do it!
Well, you're bear.
Stupid bear.
12 and 16.
Those
I don't
both.
think that's what 12 is gonna do.
The 16 hits. The 12 does not.
I have to roll at least a better than 12.
12.
12 points of damage.
Yeah.
And you bite this snake in half. Boop. And it is no more.
See? Now Serenity can move in front of me, which comes out as...
Riot, I'm going to have Zilvir act on your turn instead of the rest of the Thula party, just to simplify things.
Okay.
So you're up.
Riot moves 60 feet toward the party.
I already forgot how to spell Zilvir. I think it's something like this.
That's not a name.
Hey, according to FantasyNameGenerators.com, it is absolutely a name.
We hadn't actually got any new NPCs, so I was glad
So,
we were able to get that
Good
plugged
thing we
in
hit
there.
that bingo card.
So I'm keeping track, and I've got Riot at 60 out of 340 feet covered.
Okay, so you and Zilvir, the plan is to dash all the way downstairs, yes?
Yep.
Okay, and she's keeping pace with you. Unless, what is your speed? Yours not, unless you're faster than her.
30.
30? Okay, she can keep pace with 30.
It's not an orphan. You
Yeah.
don't
Orphan to be down here already.
Yeah,
Yeah.
The guy who can cover that much distance 2 turns.
Here's the thing,
is
Orphan-
currently in melee combat.
Orphan would have turned the wheel and then beaten the energy downstairs and been standing there before the force field drops.
And that's if I hadn't caught cast haste.
Did she have Misty Step? Did she have like a Misty Step thing?
She had Step of the Wind, which allowed her to spend 3
Okay.
turns.
That's
3
right.
actions moving.
Ciclon's got that too.
I gotta roll some recharge
Yeah,
here.
it's a common monk thing.
1 recharge. Nice.
I feel like there should be a monk ability to let you make sonic boom with your punches.
Alright, Ariella and Mahogany are each getting a snake bite.
Snack bite.
Mahogany, what's your favorite color, blue or green?
I like green.
Oh, the green rolled a 19. Too bad for you.
That's fine.
Well, you know what? The blue rolled a 9, which I think still would have hit your bear AC, to be honest.
It would barely no.
It would barely.
Oh my god.
6 points of piercing damage and make that Constitution 11 saving throw.
Roll at a disadvantage for that terrible pun.
No, I roll an advantage. I've got my spell up. This is why I can't spell all this fucking poison.
No, it makes sense. Totally. I dig it.
You got that? Okay, so it's going to be 5 points of poison damage after the save.
And I keep my spell up.
Sounds good to me. It's going to bring us to question marks. Who could it be?
Bacon.
Kelian, you're up.
Kelian pretends to lip on something and fall down. Entice them to keep charging at the wall.
So you pretend
Do I
to
need
slip
to roll
and fall?
deception? Yeah, do I need to roll deception for that, or are we good?
Roll a
Kelian is
deception
on the
check,
ground.
yes.
That's performance.
Performance?
I'm going to say deception
I
because
was-
you're trying to deceive them.
Good, because I'm
You're trying to make them believe something that's not true.
that is an 11.
11? Okay.
Yeah.
So Kelian, you turn, makes like you're going to leave the room, but instead you trip and fall. So you're laying prone in your square.
Okay.
Kitson immediately kneels down and asks if you're okay. Osos just laughs at your dumb ass. Serenity, you're up.
Just give me 1 second to check a rule real quick.
Yeah, that was a 6 out of 10 sandwich at best. I'm just saying. Like,
It's pretty good, though.
it filled the belly, but, you know.
A 6 out
mustard on
of
there?
10 sandwich is like a Subway sandwich.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
Somebody's
shoulder my mace onto the harness, some hand axes, and ask these snakes some questions.
All right.
That'll
Which
miss.
snake? I'll give this one partial cover. This one's got half cover because you got a
Go
large
for
bear.
the partial.
Partial. Okay, so you're
I'm
attacking
gonna
the one
go
in
ahead
front of
and
Ariella.
point that one actually.
Okay.
Is that 2 points?
Is what?
Is a reroll 2 points?
Yes.
You rolled a 1 and a 3.
Wait a second. 6. 14?
14 does in fact hit.
So first axe.
How did you get a 14?
I have a +8 hit.
That's obscene.
A +9 hit
Ciclon's
with
a
the maul.
5.
How much damage to
Or-
that snake?
9 damage.
9 damage. It's not dead, but you've cleaved a large part of its tail
Second
off.
axe. Same snake.
Okay.
Yeah, that'll hit.
And that'll kill it, because I don't think you can do less than 2 points
Okay.
of damage.
No, my static bonus is 5. Third axe. Bonus action on the other snake.
Okay. This one's going to have half cover.
It's still gonna hit.
What AC did
That's
you hit?
a 9.
Like 30.
30?
Yeah,
AC
31.
30? 31?
Yeah.
This one you got to get low and throw it underhand to get underneath this bear.
That only does 2 damage because it's an offhand attack.
Mahogany, you get a nice close shave right in the genital region.
And
Bear
Mahogany
balls.
will have to. Mahogany will have to maul back up into her hands and move into the space she cleared from the snake.
So you're going to step in front of Ariella. And once again, Ariella gives this disapproving scowl as someone else breaks the rules.
Thanks,
We'll-
guys.
We'll
You're
agree
doing me,
to whatever
you're doing me
plan
proud.
She wants to say. We'll agree to any plan.
So that's going to bring us to Snake Arms.
Oh, so the
Let me
snake
think.
arms
I got to
are-
think for a second. Serenity. Looking down into the room, you see it's one large open space. Okay? In the center of the room, in the center of a room, you see what looks to be a cage of white hot flames licking up. And coiled up inside of the cage is an enormous Naga that looks to be in some sort of form of stasis. Just glancing down, you see her body covered in wounds. And looking around the room, you see... First of all, you see 4 of the snake arms down in this room, standing in wait around this Naga. You see the 6 wrongmen right at the base of the stairs. Half of them are focused on you guys, half of them are focused on the other stairs leading up to where Kelian's standing. The giant snakes are almost gone at this point. So there's still a large number down in this room. So the snake arms see you begin to descend the stairs, but they do not make any move towards you. It's going to bring us to the Thula party. Let's give Ariella her axe here. That's going to hit. And she's going to finish off that snake there that Serenity has already wounded. And finally, she's going to set the marching order to rights. Banyan has an arrow knocked, but he doesn't take the shot. And he calls down to Serenity and Ariella. Says, draw them up. We'll take them in the open. And Maddox stands ready for combat in his position. Osos continues to make stabbing motions with his butter knife. It's going to bring us to giant snacks. This time the snakes slither up to the top of the stairs and the one last one behind it. But they don't throw themselves against the force shield.
Damn.
El Ciclon.
I thought for sure I had them.
Alright, so what is in this general area right now? Down toward the stairs.
Good question. Let me go ahead and...
Yeah.
From where you're standing, you can see one more giant snake ready to go. Why are you all laying down? Assholes. These are all the wrong men. Here, these pink
Those
ones.
are wrong man.
Those are the wrong men.
Wrong mans.
These 3 wrong men are facing you guys, ready to join the combat here, to stop your approach at the stairs. These 3 are watching this other direction. Their backs are to you. Looking down into the center of the room, you'd have the large Naga in stasis with 4 of the snake arms around them. That's what you see.
I'm going to go ahead and dart that one.
Okay, I'm going to give him partial cover. You know what? I'm going to give him half cover because you're aiming down the stairs as well. You've got a really funky angle, and you've got to get around Serenity.
Yeah.
But they have a low AC, so you're still...
But I'm not going to get yelled at once this combat is over, because I'm never getting marching order. How does a 22 do?
That hits.
Even with this half cover. All right,
absolutely
then.
Hits.
All right, I need a D8 for this. The darts deal more rando damage. That is damage.
How much? 7?
No, 9.
9 points?
Yeah.
And
you know what? I get do I get the extra attack and I throw another dart?
Yeah, whenever you take the attack action, you can make another attack.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll throw another dart at it. This one, I rolled an 18 on it.
Yep, you're good.
So, it's 6 plus. So I flip 2 darts at it.
And what was the damage on the second dart?
That's 8 damage.
8 damage on the second dart. Okay. And the thing cries out in pain as you put 2 darts in its chest. Moving or staying put?
I'm sorry, Brickroad. I'm not getting anything of what you're saying.
Moving or staying put?
I'm staying put.
Okay. Mahogany.
Alright, I'm gonna head forward. And I'm gonna try to take out this snake.
So, on a scale of 1 to 10, Mahogany does not give any fucks about Ariella scowling at him.
Eh.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead and roll it.
Oh, that's unfortunate. That's a 9 and a 10.
9 and a 10. Neither of those hit. As this snake just definitely avoids your grasp.
When do the snakes go? The snakes go after the Thula party, so I'll just stay here.
Riot.
Now at 120 of 340.
Okay. And
ass.
Mahogany, I got bad news.
It can't be that bad.
One of the snake men recharged.
I don't even know what that means.
That means he can make his poisonous snake attack you.
Oh, I don't approve of that.
How does a 20 do?
Oh, I feel like that hits.
7 points of piercing damage, and go ahead and make that Constitution 11 saving throw. That's a low damage roll.
I'm good.
You're good? So you take 2 points of poison damage.